play as Lana.
The leader of the resistance in Faron Woods was a young sorceress named Lana. She was of the same clan as Sia, who had summoned the monsters to Hyrule. Lana had been fighting Sia's army since it arrived. Sia now sought to complete the Triforce and use it to conquer Hyrule. Link and Impa decided to join forces with Lana to prevent further tragedy. Although the monsters of Faron Woods had been defeated, Sia still controlled most of Hyrule. Every day, more creatures appeared and swarmed the land. Link and Impa fought on against the darkness, sorely missing Zelda's leadership. Only one solution remained: stem the tide of monsters by closing the Gate of Souls. The heroes headed to the Valley of Seers to put an end to the bloodshed.
Oh, wait. No? Okay, so this really is just OBS being dumb again. Maybe. Okay. Valley of Seers. Hey Al, I'm doing pretty alright. Down he goes. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Just gonna clear out this keep. Waiting very impatiently for Sparking Zero. I don't know. It's a few days. I'll wait and see how I'll wait for like reviews to come out and what people think. Just cause like I liked the Xenoverse games, I liked Budokai 3 and all that. But at the same time, when the Tenkaichi games came out, at least this is like long afterwards actually, because I wasn't into Dragon Ball when they were coming out. But when I was looking into the Tenkaichi games and I saw how bloated the character roster was, I just sort of like immediately lost interest, and it looks like they're doing the same thing with Sparking Zero. So it's like I don't care. I have to earn my interest at this point. That's why I love it, all the characters. Well, it's not the characters that I feel are bloating the roster, it's the fact that each individual form is treated as a separate character. That's where I feel like the roster gets bloated from. Because it's where we get marketing like there's 200 characters in the game, and really half of them are Goku and Vegeta. Just actually, not an exaggeration. There are lots of game modes, and like, well, again though, you can have lots of modes and lots of characters, but if they amount to actually nothing, then it doesn't matter. So you can have a lot of game modes, but those modes have to be fun, first of all. This is where you can make your own fights with your own cutscenes. That sounds interesting. We'll have to see how it actually works and stuff. Just because I know other games have experimented with that as well, and usually it comes down to, let's call it, mixed results. Because there's only so many angles that developers can attempt for, so you have to really hope they do good ones. I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to Dragon Ball games, I think Budokai handled the alternate forms the best way they possibly could. Where they were actual like power-ups that you had to equip. Maybe give up some other things in exchange for getting that. Like, I feel like that was the best way to do it. It just doesn't sit well with me to have, or to do what they did in Tenkaichi, where every form is an individual character. We're gonna pretend that it's actually like a thing. It just comes across as low to me. Go the full 3D with blowing up the planet. I mean, you kind of got that with Xenoverse. Granted, you couldn't completely destroy the arenas, but you got close. Sparking Zero, the meteor change when you power up. Well, the meter will charge when you power up. I mean, okay. Budokai did that too. They had their little special move meter that you could charge up. Like in the anime? Yeah, and Budokai did that too! Budokai did that literally the same. It was your characters to shout and a meter builds. Like, that's not a new feature. Not really? Yes, really. Like, I have played Budokai 3. I've played Budokai 3, I've played Xenoverse, I've experimented with Tenkaichi. It is actually the same. Now the seems here. How different could it possibly be? They are screaming in a stance. That is their form of powering up. It always has been, and Dragon Ball has never pretended otherwise. Got a lot of new characters which are very different from when Budokai existed. Well, yeah, we have Dragon Ball Super's characters, as well as whatever minor side ones they decided to make playable, because Dragon Ball tends to do that. This will be Cerberus. And we get new characters from Daima. I mean, but Daima is the same characters, they're just depicted as children for some reason. And I already thought that was a strange choice. We got manhandle it. It's still weird. Like, it's still not, doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like there's actually, see Makaushins here? I mean, okay, but I don't think we're gonna come even close to those in the Demon Realm. Yeah, we've been to the Demon Realm. In other games, they explored the Demon Realm. So that's not new territory either, but... It was in Heroes, not the canon. You mean Xenoverse? And even then, they did technically do it in a movie, and they did make an entire Budokai Games story based on the movie. I know the movies are generally not canon, but we've at least seen what it looks like, kind of. It was Sin Hell, not the Demon Realm. Is there really a difference, though? It sounds like one of those things where there isn't a difference. Wait, didn't? Yeah. Let's see. I think Xenoverse explored the Demon Realm, I think. And even if you want to count that as a different timeline, no part of Z or Super really cares about it, because in Xenoverse everything is canon. So it's kind of not a real discussion topic. Oh, of course. Xenoverse isn't canon. Well, it sure treats everything as canon. Xenoverse was a sequel to DBZ Online. I mean, was it? The hell? Throw my weapon. I didn't play DBZ Online, but I also haven't heard of anybody who actually did I haven't heard of anything that came out of it that stuck around. It was only in Asia, and there we go. You played quite a bit. Elle, you're a European. What do you mean you played an Asia-only MMO? There are fan servers? Of course there are. Not that hard? Well... It's... fine. Whatever. It's also not that common for those fan servers to survive very long. Just hard to get translation online for the quest. Yeah, that's my biggest barrier, is the fact that I can't read a damn word of it. DBZ Online had a lot of guys, so it was okay. Managed to get Super Saiyan for your character. Nice. So I feel like that's always been a problem with Dragon Ball MMOs. Whenever you have a created character, Saiyans are always either the strongest or just generally get the most power-ups. Subclass swordsman. Oh, neat. I do think we need more variety of martial arts styles in Dragon Ball games. I do say that. We should be able to make characters who like use weapons or varieties of weapon and fighting styles. I do think that was Xenoverse's like biggest downfall, was that everybody was hand-to-hand combat.
Sia had already claimed the Triforce of Power. From Link, she stole the Triforce of Courage. The Triforce of Wisdom was the birthright of the royal family of Hyrule. Yet Sheik bore it when Sia attacked. Once Sia possessed all the pieces of the Triforce, she used its incredible power to bend time and space and open doorways through the ages. Portals to 3 eras appeared. Lana explained to the others that a Gate of Souls had been opened in each of these eras, and it was through these gates that the monsters came. By opening these gates, Sia had released the fragment of evil spirit imprisoned in each of the other eras. The task before the heroes was therefore to travel through each portal and close its gate. Once all the gates were closed, they could begin repairing the damage Sia had inflicted on their land. With time growing short, Link and his allies split up to handle all 3 gates simultaneously. They each vowed to close their gate and return safely.
We got a new weapon for Lana, the spear. It's a stick! From here we split off. So we have we have the era of Ocarina of Time, the era of Twilight Princess, and the era of Skyward Sword. Let's go to the bazaar. Upgrade our people. But as far as the fan server thing, it's like I am aware that those exist to some degree, depending on what game you're looking at. Like I know that Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst has fan servers that are still up and running. And I tried playing around with that a bit. It's really clunky to use. So I don't know. I'm probably not gonna actually like go back to that one very much. But I know like it does exist. So if you want to play episode 4, that's where you can. But I've also just realized that not everybody can even heal themselves. So, okay. Let me start with the bottles. So we'll start with Death Mountain. We get Impa and Sheik in our party.
Leading a small force of Hyrulean soldiers, Impa stepped into one of the newly opened portals. The kingdom spread out before her seemed like the Hyrule she knew, yet it was somehow very different. Before long, she realized that they had traveled back to the era of the mythical hero of time. Awed, Impa began her search for the Gate of Souls. She sensed an evil presence on Death Mountain and set out for the ominous peak. And with her came the mysterious Sheik.
Oi.
I didn't catch which pronouns they used for Sheik. It's because sometimes they like to play that Sheik is supposed to look like a man. Other times they make it so that way everybody knows Sheik is a woman at the very least. Rocks! And this is one of Impa's best moves. Another weapon. Here's Darnia. With his magic hammer. Was cool? Yeah, she is. Oh, fuck at the timing. What do you mean the ally puts at risk of falling? Gotta find... Wait. Wait, I'm blind. Is this... Oh, it's up there. Yeah, no, I can't get that one. That requires a thing I don't have. Yes. So we can't get the sculpture up there yet. Gotta get rid of those guys. The element system is coming into play here. Sheik is, Impa is water element, and Darnia is fire, so he is taking more damage from Impa's attacks than he normally would otherwise. There is an upgrade that you can unlock on your characters that will make them able to deal damage to guarding enemies. I just don't have it yet. I don't think I can unlock it yet on most of the characters. Oh, right, I need to go up there first. I'll go up there later. For now, apparently Impa needs, Sheik needs my help. I guess. Oh, and the enemy's on low morale. Which means they'll have fewer enemies to fight with. And there it goes. Going. And oh, I was able to completely ignore the mission and still win by taking out the leader. Princess Bruno! We have our next weapon for Impa, which is the Big Gorn's Knife. With the Big Gorn's sword. Every character is important. Yeah, we can continue upgrading Sheik. This should be usable in the next one. Digging Mitts. These will allow a character to deal damage even to enemies who are guarding. Remember, everything is cumulative, so do not worry about that. As far as these defense upgrades, they're elemental based. I was falling asleep. What the hell? Alright. Yeah, the elemental defense upgrades down here, pretty much only get them for ones that for elements that characters wield. Because you're probably not going to pick them for stages that recommend otherwise. So technically speaking, Sheik's harp is lightning element, so I'm just going to focus on that for her. Materials up is good. It increases the rate at which we will get material drops from enemies.
Impa had fought her way to the summit of Death Mountain to rescue Princess Rudo. There, she subdued the Goron chieftain, Darunia, who had temporarily lost his senses. Upon freeing Princess Rudo, however, Impa was shocked to learn the reason for the conflict between the Zora and Goron people. The ancient water temple was teeming with monsters that poured from the Gate of Souls. What's more, the monsters were apparently led by Princess Zelda herself. Hoping to make sense of this disturbing revelation, Impa and her newfound allies journeyed to Lake Hylia. When they arrived, they were greeted by a Zelda seemingly consumed by evil.
Now we're at Lake Hylia. I think this is technically a side objective. I know it's one of the like sillier things you can do. Take a dive. Lost morale due to the surprise attack. That's literally all you have to do, and you immediately make the enemies lose morale. Here are those. Zelda's harsh rhetoric cost the Hyrulean forces morale? How? She's the enemy general. Of course she's going to be mean. As Impa. New weapon? Anyway, the Skulltula is actually right over there. But you have to use the boomerang to knock down the vines. Get the materials. And this is one version of the water temple that isn't awful. Right. Oh. Chance to take some keeps. And fill that objective. Flooded some of the, that's drained some of the water. This, we can now go over here. It's a heart. This is Ruto immediately. I would love to do that, but her doors are not open yet, so I have to take heaps till they are. Or this one with water level. Yeah, Ocarina of Time's water temple was horrible. Luckily this one is not. And while all of these are maps that you can fight on in the other modes, very rarely, if usually never, do you have to deal with the mechanics that they have in the story mode. Usually it's just all keeps are open, and all you have to do is just go in and play through them. You don't have any sort of BS to worry about. I think with that, her door should be getting ready to open if it's not already. There's our gatekeeper. I see Ruto was doing just fine. Or she should have been doing fine, her health's awfully low. Which way opened up? This way? There's technically 3 entrances. There we go. And this is the enemy Zelda. Oh right, King Dodongo is a thing happening right now, isn't it? Info, you go deal. And down. The Mirror of Truth, I guess, is more closely to what it is. Oh look, it's Wizrow. Transform! That's that gate taken care of. Loop, hi Mask. It is going to be a short stream though, because my stuff is dying again, so I don't get to be around the whole time. But hey, we'll have Linkle and the other eras. Yeah, we cleared, what was that? 3 stages in an hour? Oof. Yeah, that's about right though. Alright. Like I said, my stuff is dying because I don't get battery meters on my things for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, I won't be able to stream tomorrow because I'm gonna be busy all day. But yeah, my next stream will be next Friday. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys trying to be here. Goodbye.